As a result of 2 decades of war and civil strife, the education system, especially at lower levels, suffered from years of neglect. This resulted into poor enrollment, that is 50% at primary school level, and high dropout rates. Soon after the National Resistance Movement came into power, an Education Review Commission was set up in July 1987 to appraise the existing education system and recommend improvement measures and strategies. The establishment of the Universities and Other Tertiary Institutions Act 2001 was assented to by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as one of the areas of focus for the ruling party. Since 2006, when National Council of Higher Education first published Higher Education, the students' enrollment and the number of institutions kept on growing. But the figures are still low because of the 60,000 to 70,000 students that qualify for higher education after secondary school. Only 35%, at most 25,000 of them, are able to find places at the limited number of institutions. Findings indicate that schools mainly from the central region dominated slots of this year's government-sponsored admissions to the 5 public universities of Chambago, Makerere, Mbara, Gulu and Busitema. Makerere University in Kampala is about 95% of the total student population in Uganda's universities. Others are distributed among the more than 20 private universities and a smaller number of non-university institutions. The good news is that institutions of higher learning have grown from 148 in 2006, when National Council of Higher Education was first published, to 187 in 2011. The total enrollment of students in higher education institutions stood at 183,985 in 2010. On the low note, the academic staff numbers have not kept pace with student enrollment growth. While students grew by 14.2% in 2010-2011, staff grew by only 10.6% in 2010. Positives are improvements in female access to higher education, computer access and use, as well as enrollment in science and technology. Alongside the increase in Ugandan students going to universities, there has also been an increase in the number of foreign students coming to both private and public universities. Kenya, Somalia and South Sudan top in the number of international students in Uganda. However, access to higher education by the poor is still problematic, especially for students with disabilities.
So sometimes we find out that, especially learners with intellectual impairment, you will find that they cannot go on the same speed with the others those ones we call normal. So what we do, we have to adjust and come up, say, this child who is intellectually impaired, what ability has remained, and then how much can he take?
Institutions of higher learning are faced with numerous challenges, among them limited funding, aging faculties, curriculum rigidities, quality control challenges, among others.
The challenge has remained on the lack of science teachers. Therefore, we shall now focus on recruitment of science teachers in the medium term, starting next financial year. We shall also continue promoting e-learning and computer literacy in order to enhance learning outcomes and contribute to innovations in the industrial development.
It is a challenge. It is not just having university qualifications, but you need to have a complete person, a responsible citizen.
Also increasingly, employers require personnel that have relevant job skills and ability to improve the productivity of their companies and enterprises, regardless of students leaving universities with more theoretical knowledge than practical skills. Uganda National Council for Science and Technology urged that 56% of research in Uganda is paid for by foreign donors who determine the general agenda for investigations.
We are now going to be having a learning area called science, But this science is going to be very different from the science we've been learning. It will have all the science, but this one is going to be more practical, more hands-on, more to do with the environment around you, more to do with solving the problems and thinking through the problems that you are likely to meet.
Uganda has for long been an education hub for Kenyan students. More than 40,000 Kenyans are currently estimated to be studying in Uganda. The way forward is to push for research and more funding in higher education institutions. There's no doubt that in the last 10 years, the education sector has greatly benefited from reforms that have been supported. However, more work still needs to be done by different stakeholders to better the quality of university education in Uganda. Report by Sarah Kisache for Urban TV.